Well, who doesn't love a good upset in the NCAA tournament? Lehigh had a great one 2 years ago when they beat Duke, but rule changes could be coming to the NCAA and may impact programs like the one at Lehigh. Hi everyone, I'm Ray Crawford. The Power 5 conferences want more autonomy to make their own rules, separating themselves from other conferences like the Patriot League. Joining me now, the head coach at Lehigh, Dr. Brett Reed. And coach, is this the right direction the NCAA should be taking?
Well, Ray, that's really a challenging situation because there are some things that need to be changed and need to be improved within the NCAA model. And unfortunately, I think we've gotten to a point that if there is not certain concessions made by different entities within the NCAA Division I structure, there could even be, albeit a separation of sort from the NCAA. And I think that would be very damaging to collegiate athletics.
Conceivably, though, if this goes into effect, the Power 5 could decide to use their considerable financial resources, pay players to what extent we don't know yet, whether it's for travel, stipend expenses, cost of living. How will that affect your ability and Lehigh's ability to recruit the best players and ultimately win games and championships?
Well, I think there are some significant challenges that come from discrepancy between resources. What was established was a little bit more of a competitive, equal playing field for a variety of sports programs within the Division I model. But I think there was a really key point that when some programs and some universities decided it was not a good idea to be able to fund the overall cost of attendance for a student athlete to attend college, that really created a major rift. And for those programs that really want this, that really think is important for student athlete welfare, and for those other programs that just economically really have a challenge with it, that creates a great divide.
What's interesting is that part of your PhD education is in sports administration. So if you were advising the members of the Division I Board of Directors, what might you recommend to them?
Well, that's a good question, and I haven't been in on all the discussions to have a great deal of background, but with the revenue sharing model that comes from a lot of the media resources, I would look at the distribution of those revenues to kind of bridge the gap between the programs that could provide additional resources and additional funding, such as the increase in a scholarship to the overall cost of attendance for all member institutions.
All right, Coach, let's talk about your team. It was a young group this past season. What were the things you took away from their performance this year?
Well, I think that success leaves a footprint, and our program has been very successful. We've been fortunate to win championships. We've had some excellent players who have really been about the right things within our program. And unfortunately, this year we were extremely young. Perhaps one of the youngest teams in Division I basketball. In fact, 6 of our top 7 players from the year before were not playing with us this year, and we only had 4 players who had ever played in a Patriot League game on our active roster. And with that causes some challenges. And what you see, a lot of the patterns and the habits of success that have been established by a lot of those players who were there. We had so many guys who had never been able to feel that and experience that.
All right, Coach, thanks very much for taking the time with us. Enjoy the offseason.
My pleasure. Thank you.
For the best coverage of Lehigh athletics on the web, check out the Patriot League Network, powered by Campus Insiders.